Hello everybody, my name is Casey Atkinson and this is my running shoe rotation of 2024. So as 2024 draws to a close, I'd like to share with you my running shoe rotation. Because I don't get sent any shoes, this is my whole running shoe rotation for my road running shoes. This shoe rotation does not include any trail shoes, spikes, or shoes that I will be reviewing for next year. In this video, I will briefly be going through each one of these shoes, and at the end I'll rank them all from 1 through 8, as I have 8 shoes here. All of these shoes that you'll see today have a separate video reviewing them on my channel, apart from the Brooks Ghost Max, which I have not reviewed on my channel yet. But aside from that, if you want to see a full in-depth review of any of the shoes you see in this video, there are ones on my channel. So we will start off with the daily trainers, as they make up 3/4 of my rotation, and we will start off with my oldest shoe, the Adidas Boston 12. I absolutely love this shoe. This shoe shines in the longer distances like long runs or long run workouts. I don't really use it too much for daily training, as it can just handle the long runs so well. I just save it for long runs. I've now done well over 800k in this shoe, so I've pretty much retired it. I don't run in it that much anymore. But this is just a really responsive daily trainer. If you want to pick up the pace or go slow, go long or go short, this shoe can handle it all. You have Adidas's top of the line Light Strike Pro foam on the top here, and just a standard EVA on the bottom to give it stability, and also these energy rods in the bottom which follow the metatarsals in your feet. So there are 5 of them that kind of splay out, and these just add to the responsiveness and stability of the ride. The upper is really minimal and really breathable, which I love in a shoe. I don't really like it when shoes are over padded, so really good to see here and really comfortable. What I did say in my shoe review is that because it's not very well padded, I got some blisters in my heel, but they've pretty much gone away as the material has worn down. On the bottom, we have trusty Continental rubber. No issues here. Continental rubber is renowned for its grip and works super well here as well. So no issues with grip or durability on this rubber. Overall, this is one of my favorite daily trainers and long run shoes of 2024, and we will head on to the next shoe. My next oldest shoe is the New Balance 1080 version 13. This is a really good daily trainer if you want to go slow or go on recovery runs, easy runs, or even long runs. There's a lot of cushion here. If you're feeling beat up from a session, the soft foam really helps save your legs and is a good shoe to go for if you're feeling tired. So I've mainly just been using this shoe for easy runs and recovery runs, as the foam is so soft and so plush. The upper also fits in with this feel. It is really padded and really plush, not too breathable, but is alright if you're wearing it in winter. On the bottom, we don't have too much rubber on the outsole, a lot of exposed foam here. Keeps the weight down, but the durability of the outsole is not too great. This is okay because the soft foam does not also have very good durability, so I think they'll wear out at similar times. But yeah, this is just a really good cushion shoe that I love taking out for easy runs. If I'm feeling beat up from workouts or a long run, I chuck this on, feel great, keeps the legs fresh, and just a great daily trainer. The next shoe is another one from New Balance, the Rebel version 4. Again, this is really soft, just like the 1080, but it is in a slightly different package. This is much lighter, much lower to the ground, and also a lot more stripped down in the upper. This is more of an up-tempo daily trainer, So it's fine if you want to go for easy runs, but also if you want to pick up the pace. I wasn't too sure about the shoe at first. Just for easy runs, I find that the 1080 is a much better shoe, but as I've gone along through this year, I've been using it more and more. As I said, it is an up-tempo daily trainer, so it's a lot more versatile than the 1080. So I've been using it a lot for hill rep workouts where I have 200-meter hills with a jog back down. It is also really good for warm-ups and warm-downs as it is so lightweight and you can do your drills really well in these. I don't like to run too far in it, so if I have like an easy half-hour double in the afternoon, I'll chuck the shoe on. I don't really like taking it for more than 10k, but if the run's under 10k, works fine. Really lightweight and breathable upper on this. The outsole works relatively well. Not mind-blowing grip, but it does the job. Decent durability as the rubber is relatively thick, and quite a bit of exposed midsole foam here just to keep the weight down. So yeah, if I have hill sprints or a easy run with strides at the end, this shoe is really good. The shoe has a lot of flexibility and not much support, so it's really good if you want to work on your foot strength. Quite a lot of people think that this shoe is good for workouts. I don't really see why. I wouldn't take it for any threshold reps or speed workouts or anything. It just doesn't have the stack height or support for workouts that would be any more than 5 or 6k of work. So I just keep it for daily training. I don't use it for workouts. Onto the next shoe, we have the On Cloudmonster 2. This is my first running shoe from On, aside from the On Cloud Spike. And again, like the Rebel, I wasn't too sure about this shoe at first. When I first put it on, the clouds were really firm and stiff. I don't really enjoy the ride too much when I first got this shoe, but as I've worn it in a bit more, it's softened up a bit and I've been enjoying it more and more. It's not one of my go-to daily trainers if I'm going for just a general easy run. It's not one of my favorite shoes in my rotation, although it is still good. I just don't really preference the firmer feel that the midsole gives. And also the upper hasn't got the best fit on it either, so I just haven't been reaching for it as much as other shoes. That being said, if you like the firmer feel or are a bit heavier than me, maybe the shoe will work better for you. But I was just finding it hard to like the upper as it had a bit of a sloppy fit and I did have to go a half size down as well. Next shoe is the Brooks Ghost Max. This is the only shoe in this whole video that I have not reviewed on my channel yet, and it is mainly because I'm not too much of a fan of it. Now, I know that a lot of people love the Brooks Ghost Max, and I'm not saying that it is a bad shoe, but I do love a lot of these shoes, and it's kind of just gone by the wayside. In this shoe rotation, it is also my least used shoe. Upper is comfortable, but nothing to write home about. Now, going on to the midsole, this is really why I haven't been reaching for the Ghost Max too much. It's just a regular EVA midsole that is pretty firm, and in such a competitive max cushion market today, it just can't keep up. There's nothing really to reach for this shoe over other shoes. One thing I will say though that does save this shoe is the rocker off the toe. This really does make your stride flow through easily and does feel quite nice. Now, I know that they have also released the Ghost Max 2 this year and they have updated the midsole, so I would wonder if that would make the shoe feel a bit better. Just a regular outsole really. Kind of everything about this shoe is a bit safe and there's nothing really to say why I should reach for the Ghost Max for my next easy run, long run, recovery run. It's just kind of average all the way around. Now, lastly, on my daily trainers, we have the Nike Vomero 17, and this is honestly one of my favorite shoes. If you said, just go out for an easy run, long run, recovery run, this would be one of my favorite shoes to go and grab. This is honestly a phenomenal daily trainer from Nike. I wasn't really expecting it, as Nike hasn't been making that good daily trainers over the past 2 to 3 years. So let's get into why I love this shoe so much. Very nice upper, very comfortable, very good fit in the heel, good amount of padding, not too much, can get a little bit warm, but aside from that, no issues with the upper. Getting into the midsole, we have a top layer of Zoom X, which is Nike's racing foam, and underneath we have SR02 foam, which is just an EVA to help stabilize the Zoom X on top. This is kind of a similar setup to the Boston 12, where we have a racing foam on top and an EVA to stabilize on the bottom. And I just really love this combination because it's really well cushioned and can go the distance on easy runs, long runs, or just whatever. Really cushioned ride, really responsive ride, and somehow it can do this with not much forefoot stack. You know, I was looking at this shoe and I was thinking, this could not go for a long run. Forefoot is just too thin, but surprise, surprise, I've done quite a few long runs in this shoe and I've been loving it. And on the bottom, we just have Nike's trusty waffle outsole, a lot of rubber coverage here, a lot of durability, and it doesn't drive up the weight too much of the shoe. So yeah, overall, just an amazing daily trainer package. If I could only have one daily trainer, I'd have this shoe. There are other shoes in this daily trainer rotation that do specific things better than the Vomero 17, but if I were just to have one, it would be this. So that is it for the daily trainers. So my last two shoes are my interval training / racing shoes. And starting off, I will go through the Adidas Takumi Sen 10. I had the Adidas Takumi Sen 8 and I loved it, so I went and picked up the 10 and I've also been loving it. I've been using this shoe a lot for speed workouts, threshold workouts, anything you can name that's on grass or gravel. This is because it is really durable and doesn't get too beat up from the gravel, and also low to the ground, so it goes really well on a grass track. I have done road sessions in this shoe too, but it's not my go-to because of the lower midsole stack height, so it wouldn't be my first pick for a road session shoe. Goes really well on a synthetic track as well because the foam's quite firm, so it doesn't get too mushy on the synthetic track. But yeah, a really lightweight package here. The Takumi Sen 10 is actually meant for 5K and 10K racing, although I wouldn't use it for that. I just use it for my interval workouts. So starting off, we have a really lightweight and breathable mesh upper. Not much structure in the heel, just has that really good race fit, lightweight fit. Getting into the midsole, Lightstrike Pro is Adidas's premier racing foam. It is quite firm, but also responsive, and the Lightstrike Pro feel is quite dense, and it doesn't really feel super springy, but the performance benefits are definitely there. Within the midsole, there are energy rods, just like in the Boston, but these are more aimed at performance benefit rather than stability, and these give really nice pop off the toes and give the shoe quite good stiffness. Again, we have Continental rubber on the outsole. It's a bit smoothed over, so it isn't the best grip if you're on like a wet grass or rubber track, but aside from that, excellent grip if it's something dry. So yeah, really fun, low to the ground, poppy ride, excellent for intervals that are speed, threshold, tempo, any kind of pace for intervals. The Takumi Sen 10 is a great option. So lastly, on the shoe rotation, we have the Saucony Endorphin Elite. This is my main road racing shoe and also threshold training shoe. If I have a road race that is 5K or 10K, I will always pick it over the Takumi Sen 10. I just like the added stack height and also the carbon plate in the middle. Just gives a really nice pop off the toe and really responsive ride. So I just like the super shoe feel that this gives, which is why I pick it for road racing. Bit of a dive into this shoe. Really lightweight and stripped down upper. I don't really like the upper too much. It has an interesting knit construction, which is the heel counter. It's got the singular pad at the back, which kind of feels a little bit weird on your Achilles. And there's also just a lot of room in the toe box, which overall just doesn't give that race-like lockdown that I'm after. So overall, it just feels a little bit weird for a racing upper. Doesn't really matter though, because it's lightweight and doesn't hinder the performance of the shoe in any way. Getting into why I really love the Saucony Endorphin Elite, and this is the midsole ride. It's a very firm foam and a firm feel underfoot, but when you're really going fast, you can get a lot out of it. There's a really aggressive rocker off the toe, and it rolls you through your stride really nicely. Coupled that with the carbon fiber plate, and it just gives really nice pop off the toes and has a really springy, responsive ride. Getting onto the outsole, kind of like the upper, it's not too great. Very smooth down, not much grip. So on their next iteration, I really think they need to work on the outsole as well as the upper fit. Aside from the outsole and the upper, the main part of the shoe is the midsole, which I really love, which is why I love it for race day, but also I love it for threshold intervals. Once a week, I always do threshold intervals on the treadmill, so I always wear this shoe for that. But also on the odd occasion, if I have threshold intervals on the road, I will also use this shoe. So that wraps up my 2024 shoe rotation. I've just individually gone over all the shoes, and lastly, we will rank them from 8th to 1st. If a shoe that you love is in 7 or 8 or something like that, don't worry about it. This is just my opinion, and I do not think that any of these shoes are bad. Number 8 position, which is my least favorite shoe out of these in 2024, and that is the Brooks Ghost Max. Kind of just an average shoe all around, quite a safe shoe, I think. Just a regular upper, regular EVA midsole. Nothing really jumps out at me to go and reach for this shoe. The one thing that I did say that it has going for it is this rocker off the toe, which does make you flow through your stride quite nicely. Now we're going on to number 7, which is the On Cloudmonster 2. This is a good shoe, but just based on personal preference, I don't really like the firmer midsole. The upper fit is also a bit sloppy, and it didn't really fit my foot that well. The reason why it ranks higher than the Ghost Max is that it has a bit more technology built into it. It has On's Cloud Tech. It also has the firmer foam insert in the forefoot to reduce impact, and it also has On Speedboard running through the middle. And at number 6, we have the New Balance Rebel version 4. It's a good shoe, but I think it's trying to almost be too versatile. It's trying to be in too many areas at once, and it doesn't do one single thing super well. Like, for example, if I wanted to go for an easy run, I'd easily choose the 1080 version 13 over the Rebel. And if I was trying to do a speed session, I'd pick the Takumi Sen 10 over it as well. So because of that, I don't find myself using it as much as other shoes in the rotation, although it is still a solid shoe, has good responsiveness, and is also very lightweight. Coming in at number 5, we have the Takumi Sen 10. I would have loved to have put this shoe higher in the list, but it is quite similar to the Takumi Sen 8, which was 2 or 3 years ago now, and shoes have come a long way since then, so it has kind of slipped back down the order. That being said, it is a great session shoe and fits in that niche really well for threshold reps, speed workouts, whether they're on grass track, rubber track, gravel, or road, kind of can do it all. Good snappiness off the toes, and the Light Strike Pro works really well. I would have put it a bit higher on the list if the Light Strike Pro was just a bit more airy and a bit more bouncy. It's a bit dense and has a more muted feel, which makes it not feel super springy, but I still love it and it does the job really well. Coming in at number 4, we have the Saucony Endorphin Elite. So this pips out the Takumi Sen 10 for my 5K and 10K racing shoe. As I said before, I like the more airier feel, more bouncier feel for my races, and this is what the Endorphin Elite provides. The magic here is really in the midsole ride. The carbon plate makes it feel super bouncy, super springy, coupled with the very aggressive rocker, rolls you through your stride really well. The foam is quite firm, but is also really responsive. If I was just judging this shoe based off the midsole ride, it'd be way higher in the list, but the upper and the midsole really don't do the shoe justice and lets it down a little bit. The fit of the upper isn't the best. As I said before, the roomier toe box and the weird pad in the heel don't give it the best lockdown or the best race fit. As long as the upper is light, it doesn't really matter, but it's not the best feeling. And as I also said, the outsole does not have very good grip at all either. Now we are into the top 3, and at the 3rd position, we have the New Balance 1080 version 13. This is the shoe I always reach for if my legs are feeling heavy and beat up from a hard training week or a hard session. The really soft foam just keeps your legs nice and protected and helps you get through those daily training miles. The upper is really comfortable. It is a bit thick and could be more breathable, but it does the job well, and comfort is the main focus here. So the upper and the midsole are really good. It comes a bit undone on the outsole. It's not very durable and doesn't have the best grip, but I don't think that matters too much. The main focus here is the super soft midsole, and I just feel myself reaching for it again and again when I'm feeling tired. So now we are onto the top 2. And in 2nd place for the year, we have the Adidas Boston 12. This is honestly a phenomenal shoe. I love it. I love the midsole ride. I love the upper. I love the outsole. Honestly, just a really well-rounded package. I really like that there's not much material on the upper, nice and stripped down, nice and breathable. In the midsole, nice poppy feel from the Lightstrike Pro and the energy rods running in between it and the EVA midsole on the bottom. The EVA midsole on the bottom and the Continental rubber outsole give this shoe excellent durability, and I could take this shoe well over 1,000 Ks. I've mainly just used this shoe for long runs, but also have been using it for daily training as well. I would have loved to have put this shoe in the number 1 spot, but I didn't because the number 1 shoe is a bit more versatile than this, and I will get into why. And you guessed it, in the number 1 position, we have the Nike Vomero 17. This just pipped the Adidas Boston 12 for the number 1 spot because I think it is a more versatile daily trainer, as it is a bit lower to the ground and it achieves similar attributes to the Adidas Boston 12 without needing the energy rods. Because it is lower to the ground, it performs better on shorter, easy runs, but also with the ZoomX foam, it performs really well on longer runs as well. Accompanied by the super comfortable upper, it just makes it an awesome shoe. Awesome grip on the outsole and awesome durability. This shoe will go the distance, and it is why it is my shoe of the year of 2024. And that wraps up my shoe rotation of 2024. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. I will be releasing a lot more shoe reviews in 2025, so stay tuned for that. And I will also do another one of these videos at the end of 2025. And with that, I will see you all next year.